and welcome. You are listening to A Mom's Guide to Wine, a guided wine tasting with candid reflections on motherhood. Here we spill the tea, but never the wine. And we're your hosts, Eliza James
and Rosie Gold.
And we are so glad you joined us for today's tasting adventure.
Full disclosure, for those with little ears around, 90% of our topics and language will be more on the R rating scale. Also, we are not professionals nor experts. We are simply sharing our experiences and including some Google searches for support. We are amateur wine enthusiasts and professional moms. That is our skill set.
That's all we got. That's all we got going for us some days. Not all the
time.
We're
going remote again.
Yeah. Back to remote. Texas likes to flood. So, or at least we are, I think we're like in some kind of like wet
things happen.
Yeah. Things
happen. Because like every week we're getting a storm.
It's been kind of nuts. So we're doing more remoting, which is fine. We're figuring this out. So we got this. We got this. We're getting so much better at it.
And hopefully soon we'll get back in the same room.
That's right. I hope so. I need to see your pretty face in person. I miss it.
Yes. We're looking a little shiny on our video.
I know. I was like, I don't know. I can't tell if I'm sweating or I had a lot of makeup on.
We're going to go with...
I should not be shiny.
Luminescent. We're going to go with luminescent. We're luminescent.
I like that better
or
than
sparkly.
Shiny.
I like sparkly.
Sparkly's fine.
It's easier to say.
Yeah. So today's wine... we're kind of limited on us, like getting the wines together and like finding them, and we're still bringing you unusual wines, which it could be flavor or how it's made. Lots of fun things to make weird wines. But anyway, this comes from Total Wine, and I'm hoping I say this correctly. It's Jun Ho Lychee. Do you think I said that correct?
It looks right.
Like I feel like that's. I'm confident. Jun Ho.
It looks right.
And the flavor is lychee.
It's
Japanese.
It's right? A fruit. I believe so, and it's a fruit, the lychee.
Yeah. Which is funny. It came from Kansas.
But this was bottled in Kansas. We both said the same thing.
I'm like reading the label. I'm looking out of the ice because I was like, I don't know. Is this a Japanese? It's supposed to be like a Japanese wine. So it's a wine.
It's a very cute bottle.
It's in a teeny tiny bottle.
It's very small.
It costs full $5 for this bottle.
Yep.
So not expensive. It is 13.8% alcohol. So
that's pretty good.
We're going to have small glasses of this because I have a feeling like this is going to be like
up there.
Sake, right? Like that's what I'm imagining.
I pulled out a little Christmas gift that we got from White Elephant years ago, and they're these little tiny mule mugs.
I think they're adorable.
They're literally called shot glasses, and I was like, that's going to be my little taster today.
She's doing shots today, not sipping.
Shots. How's that go?
Shot.
That's a song, right?
Shot. Yeah, it's a song.
I mean, I'm not much of a clubber, but...
If we were, we'd be killing it up in there.
The likelihood of where I heard that was probably a Netflix special. Right? Let's just be real.
So, I had to look up what lychee was because I wasn't even sure if I knew what it was or who it was or anything like that. And so anyway, brief Google. Lychee is a tropical fruit that is unique in appearance and flavor. It's native to China, but it can grow in certain warm regions of the U.S. like Florida and Hawaii. Lychee is also known as an alligator strawberry because it has red, bumpy skin. Lychees are round or an oblong shape and are about 1.5 to 2 inches in diameter. And they have opaque...
They're so cute.
I know, right? They're like little cute, little rough-looking strawberries. This says their opaque white flesh is fragrant and sweet, which is what I'm assuming they put in the drinks. And it should be floral notes. They say you can eat it on its own, but it's best used in salads or blended into cocktails, juices, smoothies, or desserts. So.
Does it taste like oranges? Because it says on here orange wine.
Yeah, so remember...
Other than standard orange wine.
Remember the Devons? It has the same thing on it, too. So it's the type of wine that they're using to make these drinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what that is.
Can I...
Yeah, go ahead. These have twist tops.
Crack open?
Crack them open. Let's do it.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I got mine open.
It smells pretty.
I know. It
smells very
like
floral.
A strawberry. No, I don't. Where did I put my glass? I found it. I gave myself a small champagne glass.
Aww.
So, like, sake is generally sipped out of, like, small shot glass sizes. And so I was like, I don't want to... I know this is a wine.
That's what I did, too. We were on the same wavelength, and we didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, the last time I went...
Okay, bad idea to swirl. Don't swirl it in the tiny glass.
Don't swirl it. Just sip it.
I'm gonna smell like alcohol.
Yeah, you are. You just felt it. Don't go driving anywhere now.
Not planning on it. It is super sweet.
I was not expecting that.
What is happening? It was like drinking K-Rose syrup.
But has a bite.
Or something.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're on the same page. Because that is not what I was expecting it to taste like. I thought it was going to be
watered
fizzy.
down K-Rose syrup with oh my goodness,
strawberry.
Like fruit syrup. Oh my goodness.
It has a strawberry taste, so lychee could definitely, like, I get the strawberryness of it. But it's got you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, it's a definite you're drinking alcohol. Like, that's all it tastes like.
Do you have anywhere on the website where it talks about mixing?
What website? There's no website. It's another back alley. Kansas.
Fell off the truck. But we still sell it for actual money.
It's fine. Actually, I could not find anything about this wine except on wine selling websites, so I thought that was kind of weird. So Total Wine, they had a tag in the store that said light and refreshing taste of lychee fruit, sweet and fruity, with a pleasant finish that will leave you coming back for more. Serve chilled or drop into a crisp light beer or pilsner. So you could pour this in a beer. And I'm thinking, that beer's going to knock you on your ass if you do it.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough beer.
Like, for real. For real. So
that's like taking hard lemonade into the extreme.
You know what? I bet you could put this in lemonade and it'd probably be okay. It definitely reminds me of sake. Like, with the after bite to it. But the last time we went out and had sushi, my husband ordered sake and they brought it and it was hot. And I'd never had hot sake before.
See, so I haven't seen it very often, but when I have seen it, I've seen it warm.
That's never how I've had it. I've always had it chilled. So, but he was like, no,
well, I chilled this.
I didn't like it.
I don't know if that's the most appropriate thing to do, but I did chill this. Mostly because I was scared of how high the alcohol content was.
On the website, or on the picture in the store, because it's both, it's posted online and in the store, it says to serve it chilled. So I chilled mine. It's been in the fridge for like 2 days, and then I put it on ice before I opened it, so it's cold. I don't know if I'd like it warm. I don't think I would like it warm.
I don't think I would either. Like I wasn't super aware of what it was going to taste like, so I didn't really mentally prepare myself for anything. But whatever that first kick was, I was like, "Ooh!"
I don't know. Can you?
It being chilled was the right move.
Can you see the legs on my glass? Can you see that? Like, it's so sweet.
Is it just like straight sugar?
Yeah, like there's huge legs running down my glass. I don't know if you can see them. Because I have a glass you can, like, shake it in.
A little bit.
Yeah. Not nuts. It's really sweet, guys, is what we're getting at. It's like sugar with a punch. So, anyway, today we are in season 3, episode 8. So now we're over halfway through our season, because I think I only got like 14 or 15 episodes planned. So, ta-da! Spoiler alert, we're halfway. But we are talking about aggressive littles.
Everyone raise your shot glass. Mm-hmm. You're gonna need some shots.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're doing the
littles take some shots.
Every time you're like, oh yeah, that's totally my kid, I want you to do a shot. But then you can't go anywhere because you're going to be drunk off your ass and you're not going to be able to walk anywhere because this shit, man, seriously. As I took another shot. Okay. So.
Shot.
So we talked last episode about bullies, right? Like that was our thing. And this kind of like follows that because I feel, this personal opinion, right? I'm personally saying this is how I feel, that little kids are their own set of bullies. They're their own type of bully because they're not usually doing it to each other. Not usually. They can, but it's worse on their family members. And you can correct me, Rosie, at any point in time. But
no, I definitely have a very aggressive little, so and no one told me before I gave birth that you were going to have a small child that may or may not be truly like hitting you every day. But they definitely didn't tell me that I was going to get like head-butted.
Surprise!
Not that it was always intentional, but they're throwing a fit and they accidentally throw their head back and hit you in the face. So, pro tip, do not like bear hug them where their head, the back of their head is anywhere near your nose. Like don't. My technique, which I learned from getting blood draws on my little from the nurses, is that I kind of am slightly, my face is to the side of my child's face, and then I've got an arm over the opposite arm, and then my legs are in between their legs. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not putting any of my body weight on them, but I'm kind of like caging them in a way. And so typically I'm holding myself up with my right arm and my elbow is down on the bed or wherever I am. And I'm just like, just keeping them from hurting themselves and keeping them from hurting me. Mm-hmm. Again, I learned that from the nurses telling me how to help restrain my little when they're getting a blood draw. So I only do it when I absolutely have to because it's not conducive with the child feeling better, for sure. Like it just calms them down enough where they realize I cannot hurt myself anymore. I cannot hurt someone else anymore.
And they generally quit struggling at that point.
Yes, and then they can just breathe because sometimes it's hard to get them out of that fight mode, and that happens, by the way. Even very sweet little children, they're still gonna act out here and there, and they're still gonna hit, scratch, punch, kick, whatever.
Yep.
Whether or not they know what they're doing.
Yep. And this is generally a phase. And it starts as young as 1 year old. I saw articles that said 18 months, but 1 year is a good range because most are mobile by that point. And it can go up to 3 years. And generally, it stops about the time they're entering preschool. So that's the age range we're defining today. And the reason all of this...
They're not super coordinated.
Yeah. Like, their brains are still developing, right? Like, they don't have the emotional regulation. They can't communicate what they're feeling and how they're feeling and why they're feeling. They just know that they wanted that toy. You took it from them, and all hell's breaking loose because they're pissed.